Pokemon is gearing up for the 30th anniversary, and Xbox and PlayStation just keep making things worse. Welcome to this week's Nerd Roundup, hosted by the Nerd Factory. I'm Jake. Let's catch you up. Pokemon has finally given us our first look at all the 30th anniversary products coming this year. They're going to be releasing 13 different products over 4 waves between September and November of this year. The first wave will start on September 16th and will feature 7 products. These will include the ETB for $49.99, the Tech Sticker Collection for $16.99, 2-pack blisters for $19.99 each, tins that don't have a price yet, Knockout Collection which also doesn't have a price yet, Poster Collection for $19.99, and the Sylveon and Greninja EX boxes for $21.99 each. Please bear in mind that these are RRP prices that you will see from the Pokemon Center and other large retailers. There is a very good likelihood that out and about on the internet when they come out, scalpers will get their hands on them and they will be a lot higher than what I've just said. But hopefully, with reports that I've seen of independent stores getting 100 ETBs each, which is insane, actually. Hopefully we won't run into the scarcity issue that plagued Pokemon for the last couple of years. For Wave 2 onwards, we don't have prices yet, but Wave 2 will release October 2nd and have booster bundles and mini tins. Wave 3 on October 30th will have battle decks, and the 4th and final wave will include the Ditto Premium Collection, the Mew and Mewtwo figure collections, and the highly anticipated Day and Night UPCs. Pokemon are not messing around with this anniversary set. They're just not. Like I've been doing with the other sets, I will be trying to master set it. It's gonna be expensive because I'm pretty sure the UPCs have already been confirmed at 180 quid, if I remember correctly. I think it was USD. It might have been $180. So I don't know what they're doing in the UK. But I also want to get all the promos because I did it for the 25th anniversary set, and that is a very cool set. So hopefully I can do the same with the 30th anniversary, although there are a lot more items in this because I got everything pretty easily with the 25th. The 30th anniversary stuff is miles above that. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're subscribed because I'll be putting it on the channel and you can follow my adventures. Well, that's the nice and happy news for the week out of the way. Let's move on to Xbox and PlayStation, once again ruining the mood. It has been reported that Xbox are about to have major layoffs in which it has even been described as a bloodbath, which That's insane. That's the crazy thing to describe people losing their jobs. It's possible that around 500 jobs could be lost as Microsoft might be shutting down 4 of its studios if buyers cannot be found. Nate the Hate, an Xbox insider, stated that no one is safe. Microsoft is cutting every ounce of fat they can to find these cost-cutting measures. The hope/ideal outcome would be that studios facing closure are able to find buyers or cut deals for independents with publisher deals. The issue is that those take time to finalize. So, which studios are Microsoft considering? Well, the studios that have been mentioned are Double Fine, the makers of Psychonauts, Undead Labs, who make State of Decay, Compulsion Games, who recently made The South of Midnight that had an extremely high budget but sold pretty badly, and surprisingly Ninja Theory, who made Hellblade. There have also been reports on Obsidian possibly getting layoffs too, but Jason Schreier has made it clear that Xbox still wants to keep Obsidian. There were also reports of Arcane being shut down too after Xbox was considering cancelling the Marvel Blade game, which again, I don't know why anyone just can't make a new Blade, or if it's a movie or a game. Blade for some reason is like kryptonite to the media world. It's very weird. Now, with all this being said, for the most part, most of this stuff is still speculation from reputable sources who have insider information. The main thing that they've all agreed on unanimously is the fact that layoffs are expected to hit July 6th. So as you're watching this, it's happening right now. So we'll see what Microsoft has decided to do, whether which companies are getting layoffs, which companies are being bought out, which are being shut down. I hope it's not going to be the so-called bloodbath and that some people can still keep their jobs. Otherwise, there's going to be like 500 people losing their jobs, which again, just they're following on from Sony, doing it to Bungie last week. So, but we'll get on to Sony and PlayStation in a minute, because they are also doing bad stuff this week. Oh boy, where do we begin? After Sony announced Bungie layoffs last week, they decided to one-up themselves this week. Sony announced that from 2028, PlayStation will no longer be making physical discs for new games. They also announced that the PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita will be shutting down in 2027. We'll start off with the announcement for the physical discs first, because there is a lot to go through. A blog posted from PlayStation stated that as consumer preferences and broader entertainment industry continues to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued from January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on the PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This is the natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends, as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. This did not go down well at all. Even to the point that the blog post, which was including both the announcements, got community noted on Twitter stating that the 78 to 22% split includes figures including all games sold globally, many of which are digital-only indies, live service titles, DLCs, or smaller projects that never received a physical release due to budget constraints. The main complaints from fans were the fact that consumers will not own the products they buy with this change, as PlayStation have in the past, and let's be real, probably will in the future, remove items that have been purchased without refunds or care for the consumer's ownership due to licensing issues or even company shutdowns. Another complaint was the pricing for digital games. Unlike physical copies, which get discounted or even permanently reduced in price consistently, for the most part, the PlayStation Store have digital copies normally at the same £70 mark, but only get discounted during special sales, which occur maybe 4 or 5 times a year. If production costs for making physical discs were removed, and now obviously we're having just digital from 2028, surely the £70 price mark should get reduced, surely. Obviously, me and you, we know PlayStation not going to do that. PlayStation might even put it to 80 quid, let's be real. On the whole, the decision just makes me really sad. Am I personally a part of the problem of why they've done this? Yes. I am going to be honest, I don't remember the last time I brought a physical disc. That was brand new. I have brought physical games, but normally they're pre-owned because they're cheaper. So normally it's like going to CEX and picking out a game, which again, I haven't done for a good while. However, there are still many people buying physical copies, and there's even people like myself who haven't brought one in a while, but still think it should be an option. And I think removing that option for people that want those games physically just isn't a good idea. The response from fans was so bad that the GTA 6 branding that PlayStation have been using since the pre-orders went live all got removed from everywhere, which is crazy. If Rockstar are removing obvious connections to you after a poorly received decision, then you know you're kinda screwed up. Sony, however, have already set up its former PlayStation disc manufacturing facilities to manufacture other items for Sony's businesses already, which means the likelihood of any of this working where people are going to try and get it back is pretty low. They've also done the same thing they did last time when they announced Bluepoint was shutting down, where they've been silent for 5 days on social media. And it's like, if we hide, they won't see us. But we do. We see your stupid decisions, just like the next one I'm about to talk about. The PS3 and PS Vita stores are closing down. At the latest July 2027, with some region stores closing as soon as August this year. With the stores closing in a year, for us here in the UK, it means you got a year to get all your digital-only games, games that haven't been ported to current consoles, games that have physical discs but are extremely expensive, all the DLCs and avatars are exclusive to PS3 and Vita before it shuts, because then they become lost media. They're just gone. Some examples that you can get within a year to make sure that you can keep them for the foreseeable future, as PlayStation said, include the free DLC Power Gigawatt Blades for Infamous 1, Alice Madness Returns, which is extremely expensive on disc, the Sly Cooper Trilogy, Ratchet Deadlock HD, all the DLCs for Full Frontal Assaults for Ratchet and Clank as just some of the examples. You've obviously got some avatars from Silent Hill. There's a couple of other avatars that are quite exclusive that you can get. There's all the DLCs for all the PS3 games that haven't been ported. There's a lot. There's too many to list. These were just some of the ones that I saw from people posting under Twitter. So yeah, it's kind of nuts that just all of those were gone. Yes, I am aware that people are going to pirate them, and I can't remember the term, but like hack into the console for the PS3. I can't remember the word off the top of my head because it's not on my script. Hi, this is Future Jake here. The word was jailbreak was the word I was looking for. But it's just crazy that PlayStation just, at a flick of a switch, just turn it off thousands of things are just gone. Just like that. Actually crazy. Now you're all caught up. I am so glad that Pokemon exists to cheer us up because Xbox and PlayStation keep doing stupid stuff every week and it's really depressing. I wish they would stop. I don't know what they're doing. They're both doing stupid things and they need to stop. But, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe as you'll be getting a Nerd Roundup every Monday at 6 PM UK time. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see or anything you'd really like to say, comment down below and I'll try and respond as soon as I can. Other than that, I'll see you next week.